All right, people, continuing with the mock draft season, I got another NFL mock draft. Let's go ahead right into it. Number one, Browns going with Myles Garrett. I know there was some reports out there that Hugh Jackson wanted Trubisky with the number one pick. Uh, I know they got quarterback issues, but Myles Garrett is head and shoulders above everyone else in this draft class, so I would just take him and be happy about it. I know I can understand not being anxious about it because he's not going to last at 12 probably. I mean, the Niners, the Bears, the Jets, they all need quarterbacks, so he probably won't last to that pick. Number two, the Niners. I still have them going with Solomon Thomas, just because I think he's probably the second best player in the draft. It's a toss up between him, Adams, and Hooker probably for me, but honestly, I don't know what to do with the Niners. They could go anywhere, so that's my pick. Number three, the Bears. I got them going with Mitch Trubisky. Uh, Quarterback needy team. Makes sense. He's the best quarterback in the class. In my opinion, I think he's a good pick there. Number four, the Jaguars. I have them going with Leonard Fournette. Another team that can go in multiple different ways, but I think they finally want to settle on their running back. Yeldon's all right, but I don't think he's the dynamic player that Fournette is, and could really take that offense to the next level. Number five, the Titans. I got them going with Marshawn Lattimore, probably the most athletically gifted cornerback in the class. It's just an injury history is the only thing holding him back. And again, they had the third worst passing defense in the league last year. Number six, I have the Jets going with Jamal Adams. I flip between Adams and Hooker for who the Jets should take. Hooker probably provides more big plays, but Adams is the safer pick. And he's still also athletically gifted, sure tackler. Hooker is not. Chargers, I have them going with Hooker. No longer have Weddle. He would fill in that spot nicely. 8, the Panthers, I have them going with Garrett Bowles, tackle out of Utah. They could use some offensive line help, and Bowles has been skyrocketing up the draft boards for, if you believe the reports. Number 9, the Bengals going with Reuben Foster. Just the best player available. The Bengals have enough talent everywhere that they can go BPA. Number 10, the Bills. I have them going with OJ Howard. Guy can block, can receive. He's fast. He's huge. I don't see any faults in this guy's game. I think he would be a great pick for the Bills. Number 11, I have them going with Derek Barnett. I'm not sure Barnett is worth the 11th pick, but Who Dat Nation really likes Derek Barnett, so I think he's a great player. If they could trade down, I think that'd be worth it because they definitely need an edge rusher. But if they can't, I think taking him here is not too much of a reach. 12. The Browns, again, I have them going with Jonathan Allen, best player available again. I'm not sure if they need defensive lineman help, but you got to accumulate talent when you're that bad. 13, Arizona Cardinals, I have them going with Hassan Riddick, inside linebacker out of Temple. My decision here is they could use an inside linebacker here, but it was tough because I know they might be looking into Carson Palmer's replacement. So I was thinking maybe Patrick Mahomes from Texas Tech or Deshaun Watson, but I think Cardinal Nation will be happy with Riddick. Number 14, the Eagles, I have them going with Quincy Wilson, cornerback out of UF. He's a big guy. He's not fat. He's not really fast, but he's a great press corner. And I think he's ready to go day one. One of the few cornerbacks that you can put in there and kind of feel comfortable with him there. To start the season, number 15, the Colts. I have them going with Mike Williams. Mike Williams, wide receiver out of Clemson. He brings something to the wide receiver stable that they don't have right now. I mean, he'd be a great compliment to T.Y. Hilton. Baltimore Ravens, number 16, going with Corey Davis. I think Corey Davis might be the better receiver in my honest opinion, but I think it might be a matter of preference. I think Corey Davis has had the most yardage in college football history. Receiving yardage, I got to double check. Don't quote me on that. Should have done my research. But I think he's a great player. I think the Ravens would be glad to see him drop to 16. Number 17, the Redskins, going with Darian Conley, cornerback out of OSU. 18, the Titans going with John Ross, someone to pair Mariota with. It'd be better for them, obviously, if Mike Williams or Corey Davis fell. I think they're both better than Ross, but Ross here, especially after his combine performance, I think he's not a bad pick. Number 19, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have them going Dalvin Cook, running back out of FSU. Apparently, Booger McFarland tweeted that the Dalvin Cook wants to be drafted by the Bucs, then the Bucs are interested. So I think this makes sense, and it makes sense football wise as well. Cook is just a phenomenal talent. I know his combine didn't show it too much, but to be paired up with Jameis Winston again, I think that'd be pretty interesting. 20, Broncos going with Ryan Ramczyk, tackle out of Wisconsin. I think he's regarded as the second best tackle behind Bowles, but Ramczyk might be more of a right tackle, whereas Bowles can actually stick at left. 21, the Lions going with Taco Charlton, edge rusher out of Michigan. This guy has a bright future. I think he'd be a good pick there. 22, the Dolphins going with Forrest Lamp, guard out of Western Kentucky. Could use some offensive line help. 23, the Giants going with David Njoku, tight end out of Miami. This guy's a freak. I think he would be a really good pickup. I think he's way more athletically gifted than any tight end that the Giants have. I'm not sure there are many tight ends in the league that are more athletic than he is, but the guy's a beast. 24, the Raiders going with Marlon Humphrey, cornerback out of Alabama. 25, the Texans going with Cam Robinson, offensive tackle out of Alabama as well. I think they could use a right tackle, and Cam Robinson, I think, is a guy who can start from day one. 26, the Seahawks going with Kevin King, cornerback out of Washington. He's a big corner like they like. So I think this just makes perfect sense, and he's slated to go around this area. 27, I have the Chiefs going with Zach Cunningham, inside linebacker out of Vanderbilt. I'd struggled with this decision too, because I could see the Chiefs picking up Alex Smith's replacement here as well. And I think it would probably be Mahomes. I think he would be someone that Andy Reid could really enjoy coaching. 28, I have the Cowboys taking Charles Harris, edge rusher out of Missouri. I mean, a defensive lineman out of Missouri in the first round. Like, how many do they keep putting out? It's crazy. I think this guy has some buzz about him. He might go much earlier than this, which is pretty interesting. I think there's not much separating him and Barnett, so I think 20s is his. I can't see him going higher than 20, but he's a good play. 29, the Green Bay Packers. I have them taking Tre'Davious White, cornerback out of LSU. They could use some cornerback help, some edge help. They could go running back here. It's just a matter of preference. 30, the Steelers. I have them going with Takarist McKinley, edge rusher out of UCLA. Another edge rusher. This draft is just filled with cornerbacks and edge rushers. It's crazy. And safeties. 31, I have the Falcons going with Ryan Anderson, another defensive lineman out of Alabama. I think they could use someone to complement Vic Beasley. And last but not least, I have the Saints. If they hold on to this pick, there's rumors that the Saints could be trading this pick for Malcolm Butler back to the Patriots. So if they keep this pick, I think Budda Baker would make a lot of sense here. Or also an eventual replacement for Drew Brees. But Budda Baker, I think, is a beast. I think he would, between Baker and Barnett, I think the Saints did a lot to help their defense. All right, well, let me know what you guys think. Sorry for making this really quick. My mouth hurts from talking so much. All right, see ya.